You've got a fire in your belly, a passion to serve, and an insatiable drive to contribute. You know that if you can just get your message in front of the right people, you can change lives. But where to start? There are so many options, so many moving pieces. You get bogged down, overwhelmed, frustrated, while the burning desire to serve others consumes you. I know, I've been there. And these days I bring life-changing impact and value to people's lives through the creation of books, funnels, online courses and coaching programs, and virtual summits. This is the Call to Serve podcast. I'm Tim Cooper, and this is my journey. But Tim, I don't like selling, or I don't want to come across as salesy. And I totally get it. I think we've all had experience of the hard sell, pushy salesman that is just trying to drive that sales home. He needs that sales so bad to make his quota. And it just, like, you walk away feeling so dirty you want to have a shower. Okay, I'm sure we've all experienced that. But that's not selling. Think about it. You sell yourself so many times during the day without even thinking about it. If you've got a spouse or a partner, well, you sold yourself to your spouse or partner, right? You sell your friends and family on going to movies or going to specific restaurants. You sell yourself to an employer to give you a job. But in any of those scenarios, did it feel like you were selling? I want you to think about that, because I'll come back to that a little bit later. And the point is that, we all sell ourselves on a daily basis, right? And it doesn't feel like selling. And having been a wellness practitioner myself, and these days I work primarily with wellness professionals, helping them build and promote their businesses. This industry, the wellness industry, does not like hype. They can't. I mean, you can't have, say, a massage therapist with a big hypey headline going, how to cure your back pain in 7 days. Those claims cannot be made because there's no guarantee. Everybody's different. Sure, a lot of people have something simple going on where their back pain can be relieved, not cured, in a short period of time, but there are others out there who've actually got physical damage to their spine, and no matter what you do, they're going to be in pain for the rest of their lives. So I get it. And that's probably one of the biggest things when I'm working with my clients and they are worried about coming across as salesy. And as I mentioned earlier, I think it comes back to the fact that we have all had those really uncomfortable, annoying, hard sell experiences, where the salesman's got desperado across his forehead and he's not going to let you go until you sign. And I'm sure we've all been in a situation where we've signed something just to get away, and then we've rung up later or done something to cancel it, but we just for the life of us, we had to get away from that situation. As I said, that's not selling, right? That is getting somebody to purchase something they don't need, don't want, can't afford for your own purposes. Okay, so you are pushing something on somebody for your benefit, not theirs. And that's why it comes across as just so uncomfortable. But that's convincing. Like, if you find yourself having to convince somebody to buy something, then you've sort of got to stand back and recalibrate and go, well, hang on a minute. Because the point is, if you lead with value and you lay out the benefits, you lay out the outcomes, the possible results that that person will get through your product or service, and you make the value this big, you offer so much value, and you set it at a price that's a lot less than their perceived value, and they feel that they do need that, then they're going to happily hand their credit card over. And they're not going to feel dirty. They're actually going to thank you. So it's sort of saying, like, when you bring a solution to a problem and you can demonstrate that your solution solves that problem, and that problem, if it goes unresolved, is going to end up costing that person so much, whether that be time, money, relationship, versus how much you are asking for your program or your offer, your service, your product, then people will grab it. See, people are more than happy to pay to have a problem solved. And when you can relate two things to them, you relate the cost of inaction, the COI. How much is it going to cost you if life continues on the way it is? How much is it going to cost you if you don't solve this problem? As I said, and that cost can be time, emotional, relationships, money, right? So if you can demonstrate to them that the cost of inaction far exceeds the cost of taking the action and using your product, service, or program, then it becomes a no-brainer. And then, of course, there's the good old ROI, right? Return on investment. So not only are they saving on the cost of inaction, now they can improve their relationships, they can get a better job, they can find more clients, they can charge more, right? So that's the return. So once again, if you bring that value and the value, and you lay it out and you put it there in a language that they can understand, in a format, and you can demonstrate, you can prove that, that these results are possible. The results are possible, not guaranteed, because they've got to do the work. You can only put the solution in front of them. You can coach them, guide them, everything else, but at the end of the day, they've got to do the work. But if you can prove, saying, I've helped this person, this person, this person, this person, and it's worked for them, so it will work for you, people will happily pay. See, there is just so much in this idea of being salesy and selling. We've been told, people like to buy, but they don't like to be sold. That's a lot of rubbish. If somebody is laying out a solution to a problem, and I've got that problem, and they can prove its solution, I'm going to listen to them for as long as it takes, right? I'm going to listen to them because they are talking to my problem, and they are saying that I can help you. So that's a lie. And as I said, when you present and you lead with value and you show the value, they sell themselves. They sell themselves because they want to get out of the pain, and they recognize that you've got the solution. And the other thing, most importantly, is don't be attached to the outcome. If you present your solution with an attitude of saying, it doesn't affect me if you buy or you don't. If you buy, I can help you solve your problem. If you don't, that's fine. And if you are not attached to the sale, then the pressure's gone, right? The pressure is off you, but also the pressure is off your prospective buyer. And they feel that. They go, well, hang on a minute. This person isn't sort of trying to bash me over the head and drag me over to the ATM machine. He doesn't really care whether I buy or not. And that gives you a lot of confidence. But as I said, there's just so much here. Like, we've been conditioned to look at money as being this this evil thing that only nasty rich people have. Like, you look at Hollywood, look at most of the villains in Hollywood movies are rich business people. It might be subliminal, but it's being just stuck in there in the back of the mind. We've been told that money's the root of all evil. Money's this, money's bad. And so it is hard. Sometimes people do find it hard to, say, ask for payment for a service. I've been there, like when I was in private practice, after I finished treating my patient, and even though I knew that I was getting results, that they were feeling better, when it came to the end and it came to payment, I was almost asking permission to charge them. It's like, oh, that's $110 for the day. It's like, is that okay if I charge you? And once again, that sort of posture is a bit off-putting for the person, saying, why are you behaving like this? I see it all the time, like people doing a presentation and they're going through and they're saying, and this is how I can help you, and this is how I help Mary, Joe, and Fred, and this is this, and this is that, and they're really excited and hyped up, and they're sharing a lot of great information, and then it comes to the sale of actually what they're offering, and then their entire posture changes, and the pace changes, and their voice changes, and they almost sound apologetic now that they've created this great solution and now they've got to ask you for money. And I know that, once again, going back to when I was in private practice, I changed my posture so that when it would come to the time of payment, I just jump around the counter. I say, okay, that's just $110 for today, thanks. And they just go, sure, and hand over the credit card. And it was a value exchange. So there's just so many things in this. Once again, it's your attitude towards money itself that has to change. Like, if you want to serve, if you want to be successful, if you want to coach, consult, or create programs, and you have invested your time, like you've invested money in learning what you're learning, you've invested money in mentors and coaches yourself to gain the skills and the knowledge that you're going to be passing on to others, it's not unreasonable to ask for a fair return for people to join your programs or buy your courses. It's not unreasonable, okay? Because what you're doing for them is you're giving them service, you are giving them a shortcut, you're giving them clarity. Sure, that they might be able to go off and work it all out for themselves along the way, but how long is it going to take them? How much time are they going to waste? How much money are they going to waste? And what is the opportunity cost there? So basically, in all the time that they were taking to work it out themselves, how much money could they have actually earned, or how many relationships could they have saved? What could have happened in that shorter period of time just by having the answers, the process, the frameworks to follow. So you are bringing people real value, saving time, saving money, saving relationships. So don't ever sort of seek permission to charge people. This is something I've struggled with myself most of my life, once again, but we've all got true value to bring. And I'll tell you what, things start to change when you start to get those reviews coming in and people thanking you and people showing you how your coaching or training or information content has actually changed their lives and the results they're getting. It's amazing. That's when you think that's what it's all about. And I've got to bring that to more people. I've got to help more people. If I can help all these, then I can help a lot more. And you bring your message out. So it's changing the frame that you look at money at, that money isn't evil. Money is just simply an exchange. Like, people have been exchanging things for services, like people swapping cows for pigs, pigs for grain, ever since very early on in human existence. We've been exchanging goods for services and products. Now we've got money. But money in itself is just an inanimate object. It's neither good nor evil. It's just something that we use to exchange for value. It's a value exchange. And as long as the value that you're offering is greater than the amount that they're paying, they will see it as an absolute bargain. They see it as a deal, and they will snap it up and they will thank you for it. And that's how you can serve without being salesy. Show them the value. Show them the changes that you can bring about. Show them proof, demonstrate, or whatever. And just put the offer out there, and it's take it or leave it. Don't care if they do, don't care if they don't. Because there is always going to be somebody else who is going to want it, who is going to see the value. So I really hope that helps, because I said that was something that held me back for many years. And this is just a mindset shift that I've had in the last 6 years to value my value, and to know that as long as I'm making bigger shifts in people's lives than what they're actually investing in me, then it's a good deal both ways. Everybody benefits. Okay, so that's it. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button and the little bell. If you found this information useful, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions or feedback, please drop them below. If you're listening to this on another podcast platform, and once again, if you find value, please follow the show, give it a review. If there's a way for you to reach out to me via the platform, please do so. Otherwise, I'm always available at tim@timcooper.au. That's tim@timcooper.au. I'd really love to hear from you. And until tomorrow, you take care.